Well, hello, folks. We are out road tripping it across Mississippi, and I found out there was going to be a toy show in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. We're going right through here, so why not stop off and see what they have? This is a much smaller show than the previous one we went to, the Southwest Mississippi Toy Fair, Toy Show. But a lot of the same vendors that were there are here, so look forward to seeing what they have. This was on the same day that we did the Landrums video, so my parents will pop up in this video as well.
It was plastic. It was plastic. It was real old. Oh, Lord, you smell good.
Oh, thank you.
I had a massive collection at one time. Pretty much every G.I. Joe that came out from 82, I think is when G.I. Joe came back, from like 82 through 94. I was 14 in 94. And I had long since quit playing with G.I. Joes even at that point. I quit playing with G.I. Joes at about 11 years old. So for decades, my stuff had just sat in boxes, and we would move it from place to place where, I would travel with work. And finally, in 2015, I sold everything. And it was nice to realize that collection in dollars. That was nice. And so now I'm very careful I love coming and seeing this type of stuff. But in terms of buying things, I buy very little. Everything I have in terms of a collection now is on 2 shelves.
That's interesting, Cindy. This is in Spanish. Cindy. This is in Spanish.
Oh, gosh.
How unusual. I like the little Star Wars, the Ewoks. That's cute.
Somebody makes these. That's neat.
Oh, California raisins.
Oh, yeah.
Those are cute. I haven't thought about those in a long time. Oh, I remember those. I used to have some of them.
Yeah, dude. Always good talking to you. You know too many things.
Oh, what's that?
You know too many things.
Oh, what you do?
How are y'all doing today?
How you doing?
Good, thank you. Oh, the little Cabbage Patch. Those are cute.
We're in the dollar bucket.
So I put together our videos. I do, of course, most of the commentary because of the way Lori's schedule works. But in terms of filming, when we're doing non-Adam videos, the filming is almost 100% her. Maybe I come in at like 2 or 3% because her filming is just so much better than me. And so it's nice, too, because when we're at shows like this, I can be off looking at stuff while she's walking around filming. Thank you, Lori. So in terms of like modern collecting, I'll go through little periods of where I'll pick up a piece or two, and then suddenly I have 10 items from a particular collection, and then I'll sell them.
Hi, I'm good. How are
And then I won't do
you?
that for a year, and then I'll pick up some more things. I'm trying to get better about that. Right now, because not only is a lot of this stuff inexpensive, but it's something I remember fondly from my childhood, is Star Trek stuff from Playmates Toys. So that's primarily what my collection is now, with a little bit of Star Wars thrown in. But I really don't collect much of anything. Just over time, I started to ask myself, why are you collecting? What's the purpose of it? And I get the purpose of it is nostalgia and because we like things. But I also like things to be neat and tidy, and I don't like clutter. And I never want to have that massive collection again that we had to haul everywhere. So I'm pretty good about keeping a very, very low profile collection now.
Got Dick Tracy here too.
So this booth here is the Brick Wall, is the name of the group. They're one of the larger vendors in kind of the Mississippi toy scene. There's going to be a Comic-Con coming up that I'm thinking about going to, that they're going to have a major presence at. But so I did pick up something from their booth, and I'll show that now. So this is what I picked up from the Brick Wall, this Puzz 3D Millennium Falcon, and I've actually already sold that. So I'm getting ready. I flipped it. I'm getting ready to send it out. And you may be saying, well, what did you flip it for? Well, I picked it up for $10. It was still sealed, which was pretty cool. I sold it for $30 plus shipping, so we'll clear somewhere in the $15 to $20 range. So not bad at all. I sold it within days of having it.
We even have Halo. I didn't know the Transformers had construction equipment. That's pretty interesting.
So this next couple, I talked about them in our last toy show video that we did. They have apparently been a vendor at these types of events for decades, somewhere between 30 and 40 years. Still doing it. I'm not a big car collector, but they've got some really cool pieces and just really friendly. I always like to stop and talk to them.
These look old. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I love your selection. You have such a variety.
Have you got any model cars?
Oh, Lincoln Logs. I loved those.
When you get down to this end of this green cloth, you'll want to come a bunch of...
For the figures, isn't it?
That's a lot of wrestlers.
I'm glad y'all came out.
Thank you. Oh, it's got Raggedy Ann.
I remember very vividly my dad went to New Orleans for some training, and I think we went by KB and he bought me a few of those.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was like, what is this? The day before they closed, everything's great. Everybody.
Now everything's on fire.
Yeah. Also from that last vendor, bought some sports cards from them, got absolutely nothing, but it was fun just to go through opening cards again. I haven't opened any sports cards in years. Also had a massive collection of those at one time, and same thing, 2015, sold off almost all of them. So kind of fun, but a total waste of money.
Kirby, I haven't thought about that in a long time.
That one's a little bit newer. It's 2012. He does work.
I had a friend in high school that had a Furby.
You got slightly corroded on, but it still works.
Very cool.
We got Spice Girls galore.
Oh, I see.
Britney Spears.
Oh, My Little Ponies. I loved those. See, I'm aging myself now.
90% of my stuff is installed. Favorite bread and butter things. I'll sit there and, or you know, like Goodwill just puts bags of stuff on the wall. I'll sit there and pull every damn bag off that wall just to look. Sometimes I find something, sometimes I don't.
That is so cool. I definitely had one of those.
So if you flip that around,
Of course, Mark probably remembers all these Power Ranger characters.
Yeah, it's going to be in the binder.
Yeah, it's probably.
look, it's Buddy Love.
Those are neat. I don't think I've seen those before.
That Harry Potter, that's neat.
Our sixth lucky number that will get you the brick wall prize. All right, we're getting to the eighth one, and then we'll get the brick wall prize. 816-0981. 816-0981.
Thank you so much.
You bought a bunch of them from me.
I did, yeah, I did, yeah.
Thanks, dude.
So they'll come back later.
Yeah, that's probably what they were trying to do. It was.
We got Mega Evolution with Gloria.
You do.
I wonder what the dog's shopping for.
Attention.
So cute. It's adorable.
Another day, another town. Folks, this time we are in Tupelo, Mississippi. Now, we had just got through going to Elvis's birthplace. That'll be in a future video. And I saw that there was a comic book store in town, Brat Comics in Tupelo. Now, you may not know this. Elvis was actually a big comic book fan. His favorite character was Captain Marvel. I didn't know that. He styled a lot of his look, his early look as a kid, off of the Captain Marvel look in the comics. Now, comic books are not something that I currently collect, and that is primarily probably 80% or more of the business of Brat Comics. They have virtually any comic you could ever want. I know I'm sounding like a broken record. Did have a major comic collection back in the day, but once I sold off everything, that was something that I haven't picked back up, is collecting any comics. But it's certainly their bread and butter, and I'm glad that there's a place here in Tupelo that comic collectors can come to. But they also have action figures, pop figures, all that stuff. So I'm going to take a gander at the action figures. Now, a G.I. Joe mouse pad might be something that has to come home with me. So me and my wife went to a relatively small college back in Tennessee, and I, at the time, was going before her. I'm 2.5 years older than Lori. And through a party, had just been in a play, through a party, invited the dean of students, didn't think he would come. He showed up, And at the time, he had heard that I had this big action figure collection. And so I was very surprised when he said, hey, show me all the figures and the comic books and all that. So I literally took the dean of students up, showed him. Now, at this time, I had basically a whole upstairs devoted to this collection. And it was wild. He has since passed away, but it was really fun just talking comics and cards and action figures with the dean. It was a lot of fun, a cherished memory for sure. I don't know about you. I don't get into the pop figures. I've bought a few. I bought a Fallout pop. I've bought a few Star Trek pops, a couple other things. I don't get them. It's just kind of like mindless waste at this point. We, in fact, know that there's a ton of pops that the company itself put into landfills. And I think going forward into the future, there will be a lot of them in landfills. Yeah, from a very early age, I was into comics. My parents owned a craft store at one time, and in addition to having a couple of different storefronts, they set up at a flea market on the weekends, and I would go with them. And to kind of keep me at bay as a 4 and 5 year old kid, they would buy me comics and cards, and so I grew up really fast with a love of comic books. And there was a comic book vendor that set up directly next to my parents, Mark's Cards and Comics, and it was at that dealer that I actually got a lot of key issues and fell in love with it. I had an X-Men #2, Fantastic Four #10, I think it was. A lot of fun. Brat Comics, amazing selection, amazing staff, and I'll show you what we picked up here. I say we. It's me.
So I did end up picking up a G.I. Joe mouse pad, Cobra Commander. Probably not going to take this to any on-site jobs, but I'll keep this in the home studio. And I got a Star Trek collector case, keeping with my Star Trek collection. Thanks for watching, everybody.